Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything you hold dear is constantly shifting. The very ground beneath your feet seems to whisper secrets of transformation. What if I told you that this uncertainty is not something to fear but a profound truth of existence? The concept of impermanence teaches us that change is the only constant. Think about it, every moment, every relationship, every dream is a delicate thread in the tapestry of life, woven together yet always in flux. Now, close your eyes for a second and picture a flower blooming. Its beauty is breathtaking, but it fades just as quickly. Isn't that a reminder that nothing lasts forever? Embracing this reality can be liberating. What if you let go of the need to control every aspect of your life? How would it feel to free yourself from the chains of attachment? Let's journey together through the stories and teachings that illuminate the path of acceptance and resilience. As we explore together, keep your heart open and your mind curious. What insights will ignite your spirit today? Can you sense the energy of change swirling around you? Embrace it. Nature of impermanence. One of the most fascinating concepts I've come across is the idea of impermanence, especially as it's explored in Eastern philosophies like Buddhism. It's a simple yet profound notion that everything is in constant flux. Think about it, our feelings, our relationships, the seasons, they're all in a state of change. The Buddhists believe that clinging to the idea of permanence can lead to suffering. This resonates with me, especially in a world where we often seek stability and certainty. I remember feeling utterly lost when a significant change occurred in my life, and it was then that I realized how much I had been holding onto the idea that things should stay the same. In Western contexts, we tend to view change as something negative, something to be resisted. But when you really delve into the wisdom of impermanence, it becomes clear that change is not only inevitable but also essential for growth. I often find myself reflecting on moments of transformation in my own life. Whether it was moving to a new city or a shift in my career, these experiences have taught me that embracing change can lead to new opportunities. It's like the cherry blossoms that bloom in spring, they remind us that beauty can be found in fleeting moments. I also think about how this concept can be applied to our daily lives. For instance, when things don't go according to plan, we often struggle with disappointment. But if we can accept that nothing is fixed, we can navigate these situations with a little more grace. It's not about becoming indifferent to change, instead, it's about cultivating a mindset that welcomes it. By embracing the idea of impermanence, I've learned to appreciate the moments for what they are rather than what I wish they could be. Moreover, the concept of impermanence encourages us to let go of unnecessary burdens and attachments. In our fast-paced society, we often accumulate not just physical possessions but also emotional baggage. Reflecting on this, I've started to ask myself, what truly serves me? This process of questioning has allowed me to declutter not only my physical space but also my emotional landscape, making room for new experiences and connections. Ultimately, understanding the nature of impermanence has been liberating for me. It has shifted my perspective from one of fear to one of curiosity. Instead of dreading the unknown, I've found joy in exploring it. Each day brings with it the potential for something new, and that, to me, is an exhilarating thought. Emotional impact of change. Now, let's talk about the emotional roller coaster that comes with change and impermanence. The feelings. When faced with a change, it's not uncommon to experience a whirlwind of emotions, from fear to anxiety and even resistance. I remember when I first moved away from my hometown. The excitement of a new adventure was quickly overshadowed by the anxiety of leaving everything familiar behind. My heart raced at the thought of starting over, and I felt an overwhelming urge to cling to what I knew. Fear often creeps in when we face uncertainty, doesn't it? It's that little voice in our heads that whispers, "What if this goes wrong?" I've learned that it's perfectly normal to feel this way. The key is recognizing these emotions and allowing myself to experience them without judgment. I've found that sitting with my feelings, rather than trying to push them away, helps me process them in a healthier way. Journaling has been a fantastic outlet for me. It allows me to express my fears and anxieties freely. Then there's that pesky resistance. We humans have a natural inclination to resist change because it disrupts our comfort zones. I think back to times when I've resisted change, thinking it would somehow protect me from discomfort. But in reality, that resistance only amplified my anxiety. It was only when I started to lean into change, acknowledging that discomfort is a part of life, that I began to find peace. Change doesn't have to be something I fight against. It can be a wave I ride instead. So, how do we cope with these emotions? One of the most effective techniques I've come across is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness allows me to stay present, grounding myself in the moment rather than getting lost in a whirlwind of what-ifs. When I'm mindful, I can observe my emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. It's like watching clouds drift by in the sky. They come and go, but I remain anchored. Ultimately, acknowledging the emotional impact of change has been transformative for me. I've learned that it's okay to feel afraid or anxious. These feelings are part of being human. What matters is how we respond to them. By embracing change and allowing myself to feel, I've found a sense of resilience that empowers me to navigate life's uncertainties with a little more grace. Practices of acceptance and letting go now. Let's dive into some practices that can help us embrace acceptance and the art of letting go. I've found that these techniques can be incredibly grounding, especially in a world that often feels chaotic. For me, one of the most effective practices has been meditation. Initially, I was hesitant to try it. My mind seemed too busy for stillness. But as I started to carve out just a few minutes each day to sit quietly, I noticed a shift. Meditation creates a space where I can observe my thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's a practice of acceptance. I'm learning to accept whatever arises, be it joy, sadness, or frustration. This has been a game changer for me. I no longer feel the need to suppress my emotions. Instead, I can acknowledge them and allow them to pass through me like clouds in the sky. It's liberating to realize that I don't have to cling to any one feeling. Mindfulness is another practice that has enriched my life. By bringing my attention to the present moment, I've learned to appreciate the little things, like the warmth of the sun on my skin or the sound of laughter. These moments remind me of the beauty in transience. When I focus on the present, I find it easier to let go of worries about the future or regrets about the past. It's like a gentle reminder that life is happening right now, and that's enough. Another technique I've found helpful is visualization. I often visualize a river flowing, carrying away my worries and attachments. It's a powerful metaphor for letting go. When I find myself clinging to something, be it a past relationship or a missed opportunity, I close my eyes and imagine placing that burden on a leaf and watching it float away. This simple visualization helps me release what no longer serves me and create space for new experiences. Ultimately, embracing practices of acceptance and letting go has become a cornerstone of my journey. I've learned that it's not about forcing myself to be okay with everything, rather, it's about cultivating a sense of openness to whatever life presents. Each day is a chance to practice acceptance and to let go, and that, for me, is a beautiful way to navigate the impermanence of life. Growth through change. Embracing impermanence can be one of the most transformative experiences of our lives. When I first caught onto the idea that everything is in a constant state of flux, it was like a light bulb flickering to life in my mind. The more I pondered on this concept, the more I realized that every change, no matter how daunting, holds the potential for personal growth. I began to see how moments of upheaval can serve as catalysts for self-discovery. It's almost as if life is nudging us to step out of our comfort zones, urging us to explore the uncharted territories of our own identities. The acceptance of impermanence has a remarkable way of peeling back layers of our self-conception. I remember a time when I had to make a significant career shift. Initially, I felt paralyzed by fear and uncertainty, but as I reflected on the inevitability of change, I began to question what I truly wanted from my professional life. This introspection led me to recognize my passions and strengths that I had previously overlooked. In essence, embracing the idea that nothing lasts forever opened my eyes to possibilities I never knew existed. Resilience is another profound lesson that stems from understanding impermanence. Each time I faced a setback or an unexpected twist in my journey, I found myself developing a sturdier sense of self. Life's unpredictability taught me that I could adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. I started to view challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective profoundly influenced my confidence and self-esteem, showing me that I am capable of weathering any storm that life throws my way. Moreover, the journey of self-discovery through accepting change is often layered and multifaceted. I've realized that growth doesn't happen overnight, it's a process filled with ups and downs. There were moments when I doubted myself, longing for the comfort of what was familiar. But each time I pushed through that discomfort, I emerged stronger and more aware of my capabilities. It's as if I've been sculpted by my experiences, each chip and crack adding to the beauty of who I am becoming. Ultimately, embracing the impermanence of life has fostered a deep sense of gratitude within me. I've learned to cherish the fleeting moments, savoring the beauty in both the highs and the lows. This appreciation for the transient nature of life has enriched my existence, turning each day into an opportunity for growth and self-exploration. I now see change as a friend rather than a foe, guiding me toward a more authentic version of myself. Relationships and impermanence. The concept of impermanence significantly shapes our interpersonal relationships, doesn't it? When I reflect on the connections I've built over the years, I can't help but notice how they've all been influenced by the ever-changing nature of life. Friendships that once felt unshakable have faded, while others have bloomed unexpectedly, reminding me of the fluidity of human connection. Each relationship carries its own unique timeline, and understanding this has taught me to appreciate each moment as it comes. The transient nature of relationships can evoke a mix of emotions. I've felt the sting of loss when a close friend moved away or when a romantic relationship ended. Initially, it was heartbreaking. But over time, I came to realize that these experiences are integral to my personal journey. They've taught me the importance of being present and valuing the time we have with others. It's a bittersweet reminder that while some connections may fade, the memories and lessons they impart remain with us. This understanding has also encouraged me to cultivate deeper connections with the people in my life. Knowing that nothing lasts forever, I've become more intentional about expressing my feelings and being vulnerable. I've learned that it's crucial to cherish the moments we share with loved ones, whether it's a simple conversation over coffee or a shared adventure. Each interaction holds the potential for growth, and I've come to embrace the beauty of those fleeting moments. Moreover, the impermanence of relationships has taught me the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges feels particularly heavy in the face of life's transience. I've discovered that letting go of past grievances allows me to foster healthier connections. By embracing the idea that we're all evolving, I've found it easier to navigate conflicts and misunderstandings. It's a wonderful realization that we can all change and grow, which allows for deeper understanding and compassion. Ultimately, I've learned that while relationships may come and go, the impact they leave on our lives is lasting. Each person we encounter shapes our journey, teaching us valuable lessons about love, empathy, and the human experience. Embracing the impermanence of relationships has enriched my life immensely, encouraging me to be present and intentional in my interactions. It's a beautiful dance of connection that I'm grateful to partake in, knowing that each moment is precious. The art and culture of impermanence. As I dive into the world of art and culture, I can't help but be fascinated by how the theme of impermanence is woven into its fabric. Artists throughout history have grappled with the transient nature of life, capturing fleeting moments and emotions in their work. Whether it's a painting, a poem, or a piece of music, the essence of change permeates every form of creative expression. It's as if artists are our guides, helping us to reflect on our own experiences with impermanence. Take, for instance, the concept of memento mori in visual art. This theme, which reminds us of our mortality, often manifests in still life paintings that feature decaying flowers or rotting fruit. I've always found these artworks hauntingly beautiful. They evoke a sense of urgency and appreciation for life's fleeting nature. When I gaze upon such pieces, I'm reminded to cherish each moment and the beauty that surrounds me, even if it's ephemeral. Similarly, literature offers profound insights into the experience of impermanence. I've read countless novels that explore the intricacies of human relationships and the inevitability of change. The characters often undergo transformations, reflecting the struggles and joys that come with accepting life's transitory nature. These narratives resonate deeply with me, as they mirror my own experiences and remind me that growth often stems from embracing the unknown. In music, the theme of impermanence is also prevalent. The ephemeral nature of a melody, the fleeting chords that resonate in the air, remind us that beauty exists in the present moment. I found solace in songs that capture the essence of change, whether they celebrate new beginnings or mourn endings. Each note tells a story of transformation, encouraging us to dance with the rhythm of life, even when it feels uncertain. Ultimately, the exploration of impermanence in art and culture enriches our understanding of the human experience. It serves as a reminder that change is not something to be feared but embraced. As I navigate my own journey, I find inspiration in the works of those who have come before me, reminding me that we are all interconnected in this dance of existence. Through art, we can reflect on the beauty and fragility of life, allowing us to appreciate the moments, however fleeting they may be. The impermanence in art and culture. When I think about the concept of impermanence, it often strikes me just how deeply it permeates art and culture. Artists from every corner of the world have grappled with this notion, often transforming it into powerful expressions that resonate with the human experience. Whether through ephemeral installations, fleeting performances, or even the simple act of creating something only to watch it fade, art serves as a mirror reflecting the transient nature of life. I can't help but feel a connection to these works, as they remind me of the beauty that lies in the temporary. There's something profoundly moving about knowing that a piece of art, like a moment in time, exists only for a brief while. One of my favorite examples of this is found in the realm of performance art. Artists like Marina Abramovic push boundaries and challenge our perceptions of time and presence. Watching her perform is a lesson in being present, as we realize that each moment is unique and cannot be replicated. In her work, the audience becomes a part of the experience, and there's an undeniable tension surrounding the notion that this moment will never happen again. It's a reminder that our lives, much like her performances, are filled with fleeting moments that we must cherish. I often leave these experiences feeling a mix of awe and melancholy, fully aware that the beauty we witness is intertwined with its inevitable end. Another fascinating aspect of impermanence in art is found in the world of visual arts, particularly with techniques that embrace the temporary. Take, for instance, sand mandalas created by Tibetan monks. These intricate designs are painstakingly crafted with colored sand, only to be swept away once completed. This act of destruction is not merely an end, it embodies the essence of life itself, a cycle of creation and dissolution. When I first learned about this practice, I felt a sense of liberation. It's as if the monks are teaching us that beauty exists not just in permanence but also in the act of letting go. Each mandala becomes a powerful symbol of acceptance, reminding us that everything we hold dear will eventually transform or fade away. Literature, too, captures the essence of impermanence in profound ways. Authors often weave themes of transience into their narratives, inviting readers to reflect on the fleeting moments that define our lives. I find myself drawn to poetry that encapsulates this idea, where a few carefully chosen words can evoke a lifetime of emotions. The works of poets like Mary Oliver resonate deeply with me, as she explores the beauty of nature and the inevitability of change. Her ability to articulate the ephemeral nature of life makes me pause and appreciate the small joys in my own existence. It's a reminder that our experiences, no matter how brief, can leave lasting impressions on our hearts. In contemporary art, we also see artists experimenting with impermanence in innovative ways. Take the rise of street art, for example. Many street artists create pieces that are meant to exist only for a short time, often subject to the elements or the possibility of being painted over. This sense of urgency adds a layer of excitement to their work. I remember stumbling upon a mural in my neighborhood that felt vibrant and alive, only to find it gone weeks later. Instead of feeling disappointed, I appreciated the moment I had with that piece of art. It was a reminder that life is full of surprises, and sometimes the most beautiful experiences are those that are here one moment and gone the next. Finally, I can't help but reflect on how cultural traditions often embrace impermanence. Festivals, for instance, celebrate the transient nature of life through rituals that remind us of the cycles of existence. Whether it's the changing seasons or the passage of time, these celebrations invite us to participate in the ephemeral. I've been fortunate enough to attend a few local festivals where the atmosphere is electric, filled with laughter and joy, yet I'm always aware that these moments are fleeting. There's a beauty in that awareness, a sense of urgency to live fully in the present. It's in these cultural expressions that I find a deeper appreciation for impermanence, as they remind us to celebrate every moment, no matter how brief. In exploring the connection between impermanence and art, I've come to realize that these expressions are not just reflections of life's transitory nature but also invitations to embrace it. They challenge us to confront our fears of loss and change while encouraging us to find beauty in the fleeting moments that make up our existence. Through various forms of artistic expression, we can learn to celebrate life's impermanence, recognizing that it is this very quality that makes our experiences rich and meaningful. As we wrap up our exploration of impermanence, let's take a moment to reflect on how this powerful concept shapes our lives. Every moment is fleeting, a beautiful reminder that nothing stays the same. Think about it. When was the last time you felt the thrill of change? Maybe it was a new job, a friendship, or even a simple shift in your daily routine. Each of these experiences teaches us something profound, about ourselves, about others, and about the world around us. Embracing change isn't always easy, but it's essential for our growth. What would happen if we let go of our fears and expectations? Imagine the freedom we could find in accepting life's ebb and flow. So, I challenge you, the next time you face a change, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I transform this moment into an opportunity for growth? Remember, every ending is just a new beginning waiting to unfold. So, let's carry this wisdom forward, allowing ourselves to dance with change. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you embrace impermanence in your life? Let's keep this conversation going and inspire each other on this incredible journey.